Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I want to say thank you first of all to all my subscribers. I've doubled my subscriber count in the last, I think, 3 days. So my last check was like 42 subscribers. I can't believe it. I'm so grateful and very thankful for each and every one of you. I'm so excited. I just want to keep making jewelry for you, and that's the encouragement that I needed. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So stay tuned for this episode of Retro Jewelry Revival. I think this is going to be number 7, and you'll see how I made these new again. All right, thanks. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for watching. This pile right here is jewelry that I just started cleaning, and you can see, I don't know if you can see this, but there's already rhinestones starting to pop out. And so what I want to do is I'm going to take 1 or 2 of these pieces, I think like this piece right here. I'm going to color this one, and let's see, I really want to do something with this necklace and this clasp, but I want to be able to reuse these beads. These are the glass pearls, and the pearl paint is coming off, so some of them are completely cleaned, and I want to be able to reuse those in some sort of a bracelet or maybe even a necklace. So I'm going to put those over here, and this will probably be like a multi-part video because there's no way we're going to be able to get through all of this stuff tonight. But then I have this that it just took it out of the water, and I'm going to scrub it off. All the little rhinestones came out. So this one, I mean, normally when I get a metal piece like this, I just color it. But this time we're going to color it, and then we're going to put more rhinestones back in it. I haven't decided on the color. It just depends on how many I have and if they fit, you know. So maybe it'll be a multicolor. I don't know. So this probably will be the first piece tonight. So stay tuned. Let me clean all this up, and then we will get to being creative. Okay, welcome back. I picked these 2 for us to work on tonight. So let me show you this one. This it's a pin. It doesn't have any markings that I could see right now. It's silver looking, silver colored. I cleaned it up, and I got all the excess glue, I guess it would be, in there out, and it looks actually pretty good. So I think that it should take the ink pretty well. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places where we can put rhinestones, and I think that I'm going to go with this pretty blue, which is my birthstone. So no bias there, of course. I also have this one, but it's beautiful. I love this color, this cobalt blue. See if I can get it in there. But I think I like the lighter blue more. So I guess it just depends on what color we end up with, which I really don't have an idea of what color we're going to use until I grab one and start using it. So there's this one, and then the second one is part of a necklace, and it's probably 2 inches. Yeah, it's about 2 inches, and it does have a little rust on it. It is like some sort of a metal, but I thought this would be pretty as a necklace centerpiece, so I'm gonna just give it a lot of color and see what happens with that. And then in the next video, probably after this, like, I don't know when after this, maybe this weekend, I'll make this into a necklace so that we can kind of see what the finished product is. So that's that. So let's start with this guy right here. And I don't know if you've seen my other videos, but I usually make a huge mess with my hands. And then all of a sudden I figured out, oh, I could probably do this with a paper towel in my hand so I don't end up getting the ink all over me. So let's see if I make less of a mess on myself with this technique. So if we're going to use light blue, I think I'm going to go purple. So, sorry, I'm shaking this up. And I'm going to start with this amethyst color. And other than grabbing it, I don't know what else I'm going to do with it. So I'm going to just gently put it right here to begin with. And just let it kind of run down and into the cracks by itself. Oh, I like that. With the silver in the back, that does look pretty. To me, anyway. Hopefully to you as well. So we'll put this on here. And we'll just keep moving this around so I can reach everything. And see, look at that. Normally I would get this all over my hands, but nope, it's going on the paper towel. And then I'm definitely going to let this dry a little bit before I start gluing the pieces in there, because I don't want it to counteract the whole glue part. So, holy moly. This comes out so fast. It looks kind of blue on the screen, but this is actually a deep, deep purple. And I'm going to go ahead and do the back side. Normally I don't really care too much about what happens with the back, but because this doesn't have a lot of bulk, I guess, in the front, this might show more. So let's go ahead and just paint it. And again, I'm using alcohol ink that I got at my local craft store. So there's that. Well, and one of these days I'm going to be able to figure out how to do this without spilling it everywhere. That would be great. So, just going to put a little bit there, a little bit on this, because that's going to show, maybe, if I put it on. All right, so now I'm going to let this dry. And then I can go back and see what areas are missed. I'm going to turn it over so it dries with the face down, so that any pooling that happens inside where the rhinestones go, that can dry out a little bit. So while we're waiting for that to dry, I think we'll go ahead and work on this one. So if you saw my the little owl that I did, it had like a teal kind of green look to it. I really like the way that ended up with the gold background. So I'm going to try something similar to that. Now with this, let me get another piece of paper towel. This is gold. It's gold. I guess there's nothing else that I can say about this, but it is alcohol ink. So I'm just gonna get this ready. Well, I got this with the alcohol ink in that section. Oh yeah, okay, it says alcohol. I saw it right here. It's kind of rubbed off. I was like, is this alcohol ink? It just looks different. I don't know. It's been a long day. What can I say? Okay, so I'm going to put a little of the gold here on these little dangly bits because I want to cover up that rusty area. Now, I already washed them, so I scrubbed everything off so the dirt is off. So let's see if we can get the gold. Evenly distributed. There we go. Because I don't want, I don't want that rust to show through. And I don't like pooling, so we want to make sure this spreads out evenly. Move this aside. And it really does dry pretty fast, so just spread it out, get the bubbles off of it. I'm using a Q-tip as a tool. Okay. Get that off. So I don't want to get them stuck together. That would be weird. Then we'd have to figure out how to pry them apart, I guess. Of course, if that happens, you'll see it because I'll probably not edit it out. There we go. Okay, so they're all separated. Now I'm going to be very careful not to move them, but I want this to coat these little things evenly. There we go. And basically, I just want to make sure the rust is covered. And I may cover this with another color. I don't know. I don't really have a plan. You'd think I'd have a plan, but I don't. I don't have a plan. Other than I want to use the alcohol ink on it because I'm obsessed with it right now. Okay, there's that. Okay, so that looks like it's going to dry pretty well. So I'm going to move to this part. And when I did the owl last week, I put the gold down and then I put the ink on top of it, and it kind of gave it like a pastel kind of color. I'm going to see if it's different if I use the ink, the alcohol ink, straight on the metal itself without putting the gold on it. The reason I put the gold here is because I wanted to make sure that there was a good coverage with to cover that rust. So, and you do see it's a little bit thicker at the ends. I'm going to leave it and see what happens. I can always cover it again. So if it pulls up or looks like it's a puddle. Okay, so now I'm going to take this patina and I'm going to go right into this braided wire looking area. So don't be afraid to grab something that's an old piece of jewelry and just play with it. You know, go on the internet, see if you can find how to cover it effectively. I figured out this alcohol ink kind of by an accident. I just wanted to see if it would do it. And then I Googled it and I saw someone else had made like tins out of it. And I thought, I'm going to try to figure this out on the jewelry pieces. And yes, I know I got the little dangly thing with green on it. It's okay. I'm going to keep on going. But once this dries, it's super hard to get off. That is no joke there, because I tried it. And it was very difficult. Okay, so look at it. It really does absorb that color without the gold underneath it. So that's a good lesson learned. With the owl, it was a lighter color because of the gold underneath, and then this one doesn't have the gold paint underneath, just the gold color of the metal, and now it shows more green. So two different techniques there. I like it. I really want to touch this. I'm trying not to get all inked up. Okay. So I just wanted to dangle for a second. And it looks pretty good. I see a little bit of the gold coming through, and I'm actually happy with that. So now my question is, should we cover the whole thing in green and have it be one color, or should I do something different with these down here? Well, let's do this. I'll put the patina color on there and see if it changes its hue with the gold paint. And again, alcohol ink, colors patina, and I'm just going to do this. Just going to float it on there. Oh, it does. I don't know if you can see it, but it definitely changes the way it absorbs and sticks to the metal. And it looks lighter, so more of a pastel. Interesting. I'm learning this right along with you guys. So that's fun. I like to learn with people. Okay. So I like it, but I don't like the contrast of the dark green and this. So I'm going to have to do purple. It's going to have to be a different color. The reason I'm doing a different color is aesthetically for me. Okay, I can't have dark green and then just have a pastel color underneath it. It has to be in the same hue range, I guess. So I want it to be darker, just for my own personal preference. So I do like this purple with green. So let's see what happens when we do that. I don't know. This might not be a win. This might be a dud. We'll see. Will it be a successful revival, or will it be a dud? We will anxiously await the end. Okay. So I'm going to get some of that excess off. Okay. So now I'm going to let that dry, and we'll see what that actually looks like once it's done. Which will bring us back to this little pretty guy right here, which is pretty dry. So now it's purple. Still a little tacky, so I don't want to glue anything to it, but I do like the way that colored the metal. I don't know if you can see. It kind of shows a little bit through here, which I like. I hope it rubs off a little bit so it has some of the silver coming through. So, okay. I'm going to let this dry for a little bit longer, excuse me, and then I will put the rhinestones in. So I'll be back. Okay, so that's dried a little bit longer, and now I'm going to go ahead and put the glue in and then the crystals in. I cannot wait to wear this. This is going to be so cool. I'm just making sure that everything looks like it's covered. I think it is. It's pretty covered. And even if it doesn't have 100% coverage, am I okay with that? No, I have to fix that. Just because, look, that's way too much. If it was just the edge of it, I would be, you know, more inclined to leave it, but let's just do this little bit right there. Cover it up. And then right here, okay, there we go. Okay, so it won't affect me putting the rhinestones in. So if you've watched this before, or you haven't, that's fine. This is a nail file. This rubber thing at the end is a piece of, it's a piece, I don't see it, oh wait, it's right here, of an eraser. So I got these in the craft store, in the art section, and it's just a rubber eraser. And so I needed it, and it's called General's Kneaded Eraser, that's the name. And so I put that on the end here, and so then what I can do, and I'll show you, it's easier to pick these up. So if you just pick it up just gently like that, then it sticks to it, and when I put the glue in, it should slide right in. That's the idea. The key is to get the lid off of this GS Hypo Cement, because I am really good at gluing it to the top. So, here we go, get this out of there. Whoa. I'm going to get this big chunk off of here. It'll probably go everywhere. Huh. It didn't. It's okay. I took the big chunk off. Let me put my reading glasses down so I can see it, and then we'll pick this up. And I'm going to go ahead and put the glue in each one of these little holes. Hello. Did you see that? I almost dropped it. Again, I love to drop stuff. Put that right there. Here. Here. There. Whoops, sorry. Oh, it must be bedtime. There's my girls trying to create drama that isn't happening. So that I go out and I look and I go, oh my gosh, girls, let's go to bed. That's what they want. They'll get their wish. I'm almost finished for the night. Okay, so we have this, okay, and then I'm going to pick this up, put it right in there. Oh, and it gives it just a beautiful little shimmer. Good. I know, honey. I know. I know, guys. Put that right there. Oh, I love the way that sparkles. Goes in there. I'm so sorry. Kids, what can you do with them? Nothing. Hey, girls, come here. They just want their mom. That's all. That's fine. So I'm flipping this around so I can get the flat side, because they always land point side up. There we go. I'll put that right there. Uh-oh. Lifted this one up. And that's why I let it sit to dry. I don't keep touching it, because I will end them up. They'll be glued to my finger probably by the time I'm done if I don't do that. Okay, and there's that. I guess this wouldn't be one of my videos without the dogs barking. Without them saying, hey, it's bedtime, Mom. Oh, I like that. It's very subtle, you know. You've got the deep purple, and then these are technically blue. They're like a light blue, but I think it just gives enough sparkle. That's pretty. Okay, so we're going to let that dry, but that's done. So there we go. And then let's take a look at this since it's been drying. It's still, well, they're still wet. It's almost dry. Move those apart so they don't stick together. Here, let's do this. Put this over here and then bring this down here. So I'm kind of happy with that. I like it. You know, it got a little darker with the second coat that I put on. And I've left it alone so it dries. Separate those. Oh, great. I just touched it. Well, I'll touch that up. And then we'll take a final look. But I think I like the way this is. So, with the green and the purple like that, I think that looks pretty good. So I'm going to let these dry. And then we'll come back and take a final look. Okay, so something just occurred to me. I didn't paint the back with the gold paint. So these little things should absorb the purple better than the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and just do that right now. And then I'm going to hit the patina on the other part. It'll be green, and I am totally dyeing my my cutting tape, my cutting thing. That's okay. It's old. It's fine. I can still cut with it. Oh yeah, not too bad. Okay, so then I'm going to take this patina here, and I'm going to let those hopefully not disturb them. Let them sit there. And then I'm going to put the patina on the gold. And then the back will be covered. Oh, I just moved it. It's not what I wanted to do, but that's okay. That is okay, right? So I'm just gently squeezing this tip. And getting it on all the little cracks. Oh, there we go. That's the mess I was waiting to make right there. Just comes pouring out. I had to figure out a better way to do this because I don't want to waste all of it. And it just comes pouring out. That's okay. That's okay, right, guys? It's all a learning experience. Okay. So, for some reason, I don't think it's going to stick to this metal or coat it like I want it to. Like the other brooches and stuff that I did, when the paint got on there, the alcohol ink, it just stuck. And it coated it really well. And like this one too, it really covered this nicely. So, I don't know. What is it about this? I washed it, so it's not dirt. But, well, I guess we'll just see what happens when it dries. Okay, so I'm going to shut her down for a little bit, and we'll come back to this and see what the final product looks like. Okay, so these have been drying for about 20 minutes. And this is the first side, and see how the ink just kind of slid right off. I started it with the gold, and then I put the purple over the top of it. Several coats of it, actually. So then I decided, well, heck, why don't I try the back? And look at that. It definitely absorbed the color. So I'm going to say that the back side is the front. So And I really like the way this turned out. So I'm going to clean all this up, and then we'll get a fresh background so you can actually see what it looks like. All right. Thank you again so much for watching. And look at these final pieces. This here is, look how it's on there, and it's like all crackly. I really do like that. And then the green looks pretty good. There's a little gold showing through, and I like that. This is actually the back side because I like the way the purple stayed on this because it didn't have the gold on it first. So, which the gold actually covered up the rust, which is what I needed it to do, and it did that. So that's fine. But I really like this side better. So that one's a win. And then this, look how pretty this is. At least to me. I think this is going to be so pretty on like a lapel or a scarf maybe. Wouldn't that be pretty on yellow? I think that would be so pretty on something yellow. But the rhinestones are glued in, and feels pretty good. So I'm going to call that one a win too. So I would like to say thank you to all my subscribers. I was excited when I got home from work today that I had 40, and then as this video has been being made, I got 2 more, so I'm up to 42. I cannot thank you guys enough. I so appreciate each and every one of you for hanging out with me, subscribing to my channel, and watching these videos. I just am so appreciative of every single one of you. Thank you, thank you. I can't say thank you enough. And if this is your first time here and you like this video, please hit that like button. And then if you'd like to see more of the retro jewelry revival or any other jewelry that I happen to make, which I will be doing some other stuff here pretty soon, please hit that subscribe button. And until next time, this has been another episode of Retro Jewelry Revival. So thank you. You guys have a great night, and I will see you next time.